Hello everybody, welcome to Stone Void. I'm your host Jay Phillips, joined as always with Don Bowie.
Hey.
Patrick Collins.
Hello.
And we're back from the tournament down in LA.
Pasadena?
Pasadena, California. It was definitely a super fun tournament. I'm super excited to have a community that was so just excited to be there. Everybody was super friendly. We got to meet a lot of people down there while we were there.
Yeah.
You met a few people?
I met a few people, alright. I definitely met a few people.
Definitely want to say hi to Eric and Matthew and a few other people that we saw down there. I know that you saw a few people as well.
Darius from Sign and Blood, he was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, just, man, the community was a lot more welcoming of people than I thought they were going to be. The tournament was it was about 200 people.
Yes.
Yeah, 198.
Yeah.
Which isn't the biggest tournament by any means, but it was a lot of fun to have a lot of people there that were just generally happy to be there, even though that the tournament kind of went a little bit late at times. We had a couple delays. Overall, the staff, everybody there was super awesome. The judges were super cool. Alexander from the YouTube channels, we said that he was
The head judge.
and yeah, he was rocking the whole time. Just good attitudes all around, even after a few really good delays. What you guys think about it though?
I thought it was a great learning experience. Personally, for me, it was like my first tournament that I went like hard in. It was my first tournament for Force of Will, like overall.
Yeah,
no
not
locals,
even, not
no
even
nothing,
locals, yeah.
Because I work on local days, so it's rough. But I had a lot of fun.
You know, I helped you test and all that. I'm just kidding.
Eh.
No, yeah, you did really well. I was super happy to see that all three of us made the top 64 cutoff. Not top 8 this time around. Next time, though, we're going to be at a couple more tournaments. So if you guys see us down at any of the tournaments, we'll always announce which ones we're going to. And come up, say hi. It was awesome to meet fans. And it was one of my favorite. It was by far my favorite thing to do at the thing. All together was just meet people.
Yeah, because you did a good job talking to him, not me or Don.
Oh no, yeah, I was completely dead. I'm super sick right now. I am going to lose my voice, especially being this hyper. I can't keep this up. But yeah, you guys were mainly doing the talking, but it was still super fun. I don't know, I enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
What was your favorite part of the tournament?
My favorite part was actually learning the mistakes that I do. Like just playing Force of Will, I actually probably learned the most when playing the Tavern guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a great team. They were there in full support.
Yeah,
t-shirts, everything.
And and I asked them, they're all very friendly. I was kind of surprised. I kind of thought there was going to be a little bit of we're better than everyone kind of feel, but that wasn't the case at all. But they are very knowledgeable though. I learned a lot from them. I asked them what could I do better to be a better player and stuff like that, and they gave me good answers and just great conversations.
It's a great team. There was a couple teams there in general. It seemed like the majority of people who play Force of Will or people that travel to these events were either people who came from stores, like they work in the industry in general, selling product, things like that, or were a part of a team that helped support them to get there. I didn't see a ton of just normal players.
I saw a couple.
Yeah,
there was a few from the local area.
Yeah,
but yeah,
nobody was really traveling outside of there. Which I mean, there is a lot of events, so there's a lot of stuff to go to, and I can see going to whatever's closest to you. I did see a couple people drive from Nevada, which was cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of Nevada people.
Yeah,
and then the Tavern people are from everywhere. A lot of them flew in just to play.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I mean, that's super awesome though.
The main guy from Tavern lives in Atlanta, Georgia, doesn't he?
Oh, I was told he lives in San Francisco area. Actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice. That's cool.
But I'm actually not positive, but from what I think I was talking to Quinn of Team Tavern, he was saying Kyle, I think, is the main guy of Tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's from San Francisco area.
That's cool.
Yeah. We of course traveled about 5 hours from our area here in
Santa Cruz.
down to Pasadena. So yeah, a lot of people definitely did travel. The deck that we ran was a variant of the Alice's World, which was basically the pre-sideboarded variant of it, which is hucking and feastings, making sure that you can disrupt a lot of other decks first game in. I think we prepared decently well against most decks. There was a few things that caught me by surprise. I tested against barriers, but they did way more work to me than I was used to. I probably just the skill of the players. I did pretty well myself though in the tournament, only actually losing one game, doing a ton of drawing, which was super not fun. But that was really about the only thing that really threw me off my game for most of the tournament. I don't know if there's anything that was like super prevalent for you guys that you guys saw or.
My weakness was Alice's World. I think I lost to Alice's World the most.
And we were an Alice's World deck without Alice's Worlds,
yes.
by the way.
Yeah.
So it was really interesting. Like, I just missed my triggers. I just didn't flip my J ruler. They had Glimpse of Kaguya or something just to land that Alice's World, and that's what really destroyed me.
There was a few times where I didn't tap for a stone or flip my ruler. So
the misplays happen. Running late in tournaments definitely happened. I missed Cheshire trigger once. The whole drawing a card in the first place problem. I think I put one back on top. I just didn't draw a card because who needs cards? I still won the match though, which was the funny part.
I mean, what was the coolest deck you guys saw? Because, like, I was excited to see that, like, you know, of course, the non-reflect refrain decks, and I didn't play against it, but it was really cool as a black-white Machina deck.
Oh, yeah, that was really cool to see.
It looked really awesome.
Yeah.
And I also played against a Turbo Arthur deck, but it was Arla as the ruler and not reflect refrain, which was really interesting.
That sounds awesome.
So I don't know if you guys came across any crazy decks.
I played Reflector Fane for 7 out of the 8 rounds and encountered a bad Vlad player once, and that was
But there was a card you encountered that you didn't think you would see, right? The Purple Mist. You want to talk about that?
Oh yeah, Purple Mist. I didn't expect seeing that come in. It's the only game that I actually lost flat out the entire thing through. He Alice's World, when I flipped my ruler, because we were playing Reflecting Flame as well, I flipped over. In response, he Alice's castling out a Gwyber into a Purple Mist. And then he did that for another one as well. And I was winning the match until Purple Mist decided to show up and ruin my day. It was...
You couldn't counter the castling, or you just didn't want to?
Well, I was in the middle of flipping over.
Oh,
and I was,
okay.
There was just like, I didn't have anything
So
in
in
hand to
response.
mess with it. And so in response to me flipping, he was like, Purple Mist. And I was like, that'll do it.
Yeah.
So Purple Mist, random MVP, I don't know. But
So when you flipped back to reflect?
No,
Or when you
no.
flip to the other side.
To the little
Refrain.
girl, refrain
Okay.
side. As I called judgment, he was like, boom. I was like, fair enough. You get that, and you get the win. Outside of that, I either won or drew my other matches.
Mm-hmm.
To be fair, I had more wins than Jay.
Yes, but I did place much higher than you, so that's just semantics. And,
To be fair, I also got more wins than Jay.
still, I had less losses.
Okay, I mean, we didn't, force a tie like a little hiding mole in the ground and be really weird.
Stuff happens.
I know you forced the tie when you probably should have lost, but yeah, we could keep that. Sorry. Yeah, but
Yeah.
also another great thing, only top 64 people got Percival, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who was number 64? This guy. Yeah.
There you
The
go.
cusp.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
At least we all got in there, though.
I'm amazing, dude.
Yeah. But the artwork on that card, I like that a lot. The full arts look really cool for the tournament. Did
I'm
we
glad
also-
they used the dual deck version over the
Yeah.
car. Or sorry,
The newest Twilight Wanderer version.
Twilight Wonder version.
Yeah, the bow was the other one that we got.
The bow's cool.
And the playmat, I like the playmat way more than I did in the picture, the little icon. The actual playmat looks really sweet. Overall, the tournament was way too much fun. I
Yeah, the
enjoyed
picture
it a
added
lot.
10 pounds for some reason. It just didn't look that good.
I had a lot of fun playing. I had a lot of fun playing Force of Will for 12 hours.
I also had a lot of fun. Like so much. There's so much funniness going on. Dude. Like all cracking all these Force of Will jokes. Yeah.
So the only other thing that we really have to go over for this week, besides that, we'll probably give you guys a little bit more information about how the tournament actually went and some sort of update.
Feel free to ask us questions about how it was.
Yeah, we'll post stuff down in the comments for you guys as well. The other thing that went on throughout the week was all the spoilers that came out, which were just amazing. I'm super excited for this new set. I apologize ahead of time if we make this video way too long than it should be. I know that we spent a lot of time talking about the tournament, but the spoilers, man, we just have the greatest stuff ever.
We have to talk about them.
We finally got the Primogenitor, which is super
We were
important.
right. He is a Primogenitor.
Little baby guy, yeah.
Yeah,
Our little snow prince is a Primogenitor. That
They were
freaking shadow card thing theory that we threw out was correct.
I mean, we definitely weren't the only people on it, but I mean, he's pretty awesome. Conqueror of the Black Moon, Gil Lapis.
Yes.
His judgment is 1 black, 1 moon, and 1 colorless. So they're sticking with that whole moon theme for this ruler in particular, as well as they did with the last spoilers that we had, which was Kaguya.
Yeah.
He has a ability on him, which is your opponent pays 1 more for regalia activated abilities. So he's kind of a barrier preset in.
Yeah.
Which is super,
mini barrier.
Mini barrier. Without the judgment cost.
Yeah.
Which is pretty good against at least
awesome.
reflect, refrain.
No, yeah, it helps a lot for a lot of different matches.
And anyone
just being
using
on
the
front side.
Ruler's Memoria kind of stone.
Valentina.
Kind of base deck. Yeah, Valentina.
Definitely. It also makes barriers extra devastating for no reason.
I didn't even think about stacking barriers on top of that.
Yeah, you're already setting them at disadvantage, so they'd have a hard time getting off, and then a barrier on top of that would make it next to impossible. And then you would just keep going until you eventually flip with this guy, which becomes Gil Lapis, the Primogenitor. Their name. He is a 12/12, so he's not the biggest ruler ever, but he is really good stats. And when this card,
pretty huge,
right? But I'm just saying the biggest that we still have is the 13/13.
Oh yeah, your favorite.
Which is my favorite card in the Bloody Snow White. So she's just awesome. But when this card enters the field, you may search your deck for a card named Pitch Black Moon and put it into your field, then search your main deck. So it has that same ability that a few cards from the last set did, where Dark Alice and regular Alice, they both got a card when it flipped.
No, that was off their God art.
Oh, that was your God art.
So
he just gets it in general.
He just gets it.
Which is really freaking good. He also has for 1 moon, cancel target activated ability, and he has for 1 black, 1 colorless, target J/Resonator gains -200 until end of turn. God Art's so his God Art is 1 black, 1 moon, 2 colorless. Search your opponent's main deck for a Resonator, Regalia, and Addition field, and put them into your field. Then search your opponent, or then your opponent shuffles their main deck, and you can only do it once per game, that's insane.
I mean, yeah, even his weakest ability isn't terrible. His -2/-200. Like, I mean, worst comes to worst, that's a mana sink where you could just start killing whatever, and it's J/Resonator, so you could kill their rulers too. I mean,
components for their Alice's World parts, just like the easy 1-drops to kill.
Yeah.
No, it does a lot.
And then the counter
used a lot.
Cancel target activate. That cancels God Art.
Yeah, it's
right?
a glimpse of Kaguya on a stick, and
it's moon mana,
and it's only 1 as well, which is. This card basically shuts down a deck when it flips. It shuts down a lot of things when it flips. It's one of the gnarliest rulers we've seen.
There's speculation that this is going to take over. I still think Reflect Refrain might have some sort of life when that card comes in. I personally think so.
But the flip side, like, you would just pay a moon mana to like counter everything that they do, right? Like bounce a card, nope.
Potentially. I mean, Reflect Refrain can flip faster than this guy can, though.
Mm-hmm. And you can start canceling those abilities. Refrain tries to bounce, counter.
Yeah, I'm arguing that this guy's better than R&R.
Oh yeah, that's what
he is the counter against R&R.
Yeah,
but I'm just saying, I think we'll still see some R&R.
Yeah.
With
also, I think there's a good chance that some of the other rulers that we've seen so far are going to see decent amount of play. I don't think this guy's the end all be all of rulers. I mean, it's. We just seen in tournament, the last tournament before Errata, by the way, that not every deck had to be a Reflect and Refrain.
No, and they were still strong. Even
with the Reflect and Refrain, it was a vast variety of decks within that group as well. So I don't think this card is going to take over the format by any means.
But the top was mostly a Reflect and Refrain.
It was.
Like, the top 50, top 40 or something was R&R. So that says something.
I don't think this card is going to be to the same level though.
It won't be.
Yeah,
No.
I agree with you.
I think we'll have a good.
It'll be
mix,
more balanced.
Good healthy mix of everything. It's really good. Don't overlook it at all. It's definitely going to show up everywhere.
It's probably a good sideboard ruler too, just in case you're
Yeah.
playing against the Regalia heavy decks.
Yeah.
No, I definitely agree with that. His regalia is really awesome as well. It's illusionary
Demonic
globe the earth. So the card that he searches for isn't actually his regalia. That's right. It's actually another card that we'll get to in a little bit. His regalia is really good as well, though. It is another 0 costed regalia, so super
We
excited
love
for
them.
that. It is tap, produce 1 moon. Spend this only to pay activated abilities of J/Resonators. Judgment abilities of... You are messing me up so much today.
Judgment abilities of Conqueror of the Black Moon, Gil Lapis, or God's Arts abilities of Gil Lapis, the Primogenitor. And then it also has tap, banish this card. If your J ruler is Gil Lapis, the Primogenitor, put it into your ruler area as a ruler. I love the second ability. It's better than Imperishable.
Yeah, no, the second ability is amazing. The being able to put him back is really going to make it impossible to kill him.
It's going to be really hard.
You're going to have to barrier him or in the mirror match or possibly even...
I don't think barrier's going to hurt this ruler that
Hera,
much.
Popping the regalias. It's going to become a regalia.
This card is not like almost that worth herring.
Well, but you gotta find a way to take him out probably. And
you do.
Yeah, but this ramps him like judgmenting.
Mm-hmm.
So
No,
like,
yeah, this
turn 2 judgment with like 2 of these things on the board. That's pretty reasonable to happen. So like turn 2, flip over, find their best dude on the 3rd turn, and like just swing.
Yes.
Sounds pretty good.
I guess that's possible.
There's a lot of good possibilities to do with him, and this regalia really makes a lot of that possible for sure.
But Gil Lapis v Gil Lapis, they cancel out the top ability. So like you'd have to pay 1 more to like produce that 1 mana. So I don't know how I feel about that actual card being good.
Maybe not so in the mirror match, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I like it. I think
Yeah.
it's a cool regalia. I don't think it's overpowered. I think it's kind of like where it should be.
Yeah, well, it just assists the ruler very well.
And the ruler is pretty overpowered.
Next up is the card that he actually searches for, which is going to be the Pitch Black Moon. It is 1 black, 1 colorless. Your J/Resonator gains plus 200, plus 200 as long as it is darkness. And then it has a 1 moon mana, discard a Resonator, put another target Resonator from your graveyard into your hand.
Okay.
Which is getting this card for free
It's not bad.
is really, really good. So it makes him the biggest ruler. It makes him a 14/14.
Oh, that's right. It buffs it. Okay.
Yeah, and then you get this really cool ability of your best thing is never permanently
One
dead.
of or 2 of in a deck, do you think? Because it's not spectacular.
I mean, if you stack it, it stays on the field. It's a -4/-4.
No, it's better than most regalias, like the white
Oh,
regalia that people.
it's a
It's
addition
a
field. Okay.
Yeah, so it's actually I would definitely probably run 2 just to be safe.
Okay.
I mean, since you have to search your deck for it, if you get stuck in hand or something like that, you want the free one off the flip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see this card being having more than 1 in for sure. I mean, and it's also possibly good with other stuff. I'm not sure what deck would want it other than him, but getting stuff back could be really relevant.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have Space Time Capsule, which is 2 black. Choose 1, destroy target Resonator or Regalia, or destroy up to 1 target Resonator and up to 1 target Regalia. Choose the second only if your Judgment or if your J ruler is Gil Lapis, basically, without saying his name completely twice, is the Primogenitor. So if you have him, you get to do both, or otherwise you get to pop either one, which is pretty good. I think for a 2 mana, it's not a instant though,
No.
which is a bit of a problem.
Yeah. I mean, so what do you guys think? Like, would you pick this over stoning, or do you like stoning over this?
So I like Stoning more, simply because of its. You can play it when they tap out. The whole idea of popping a Regalia is nice, but it doesn't net you a card like Hera does. So it's really not the best of either of those worlds. So I really would prefer those cards separately. However, when Stoning rotates out of Frontiers and we only have this as a set, this is your go-to card, and it's really great, and it's stupid good and limited. So that's gonna be a lot of fun to roll.
That's gonna gonna be really good.
And the game kind of needed 2 mana removals, like a few more of them.
Yeah, I mean it needs more way to remove Regalia. This is a much needed card.
Mm-hmm. I definitely enjoy this one. Super excited to see what it does. So next up is the Call of the Primogenitor, which is 1 black. It reads, put target resonator from your graveyard into your hand, and it has a Judgment, Awakening, sorry. Different card, not a ruler. It's a 1 moon, 1 colorless. Search your deck for a Darkness resonator, reveal it, and put it into your hand, then shuffle your main deck. It is another tutor, which we definitely needed in the format to really... Well, I guess we didn't actually need it. It just makes the game a little bit slower because everybody's going to search and be shuffling. But for 3 mana, it is a little bit more costly than the one that we already have that nobody actually runs, but it only searches for green, which is the Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullet, yeah.
Combos with Christie.
Yeah. But this is a decent card. The first ability does get you card back, but I don't think it's that great. What do you guys think of it in general?
It depends on like which black card is you would want to search for. Like right now, I don't feel like I'd want to search for anything.
I think this is a Cthulhu engine type of thing, and Haster might be the black thing that you search out or something like that to kill something.
Yeah, but if you're playing Haster, you're probably running Ruck Eggs.
You probably maybe are. Well, this might be a slower, more controlled build style thing.
That's a Cthulhu engine, right?
Yeah.
Black red. Yeah.
It could fit in a few different things. I don't know what it would actually go into. I'm missing 1 card from my list really quick, which is going to be our next card. Sorry, 1 second, guys. Next card up is going to be Witch of the Night.
Yes, we got it, guys. Witch of the Night.
Really interesting art. A 0 attack, 800 defense, so another wall. And then it has a 1 moon, target resonator gains -200, -0 until end of turn, so she can debuff things that are already not going to kill her, most likely. She's a pretty good 1-drop for black. I actually kind of like this card.
Witch.
Black doesn't have too many 1-drop resonators that are playable. I don't know how good this one's going to be. I know it's going to see play in limited for sure as a great combat trick. And you just play on turn 1.
It might be a decent Cthulhu engine card. Because it can sit there for quite a while before you need to sack it.
True. Well, it only it dies on the 3rd turn against a Reflect player who is swinging with a Lancelot because it immediately pump it to 800 attack.
Okay.
So it's not, the walls in this game aren't really that attractive to me. Like they have to have a really good ability. The -200 attack is probably only really going to be relevant in limited, I think.
Yeah.
But it is a card that I'm hoping we'll see a little bit of play because we do need 1-drops that are good.
Yep. Black needs 1-drops.
Yes, it does. Tremendously. Building a cube for this game made me realize just how nothing there is for black 1-drops. It is terrible. But there is amazing things in black that I'm super happy to have. This set is adding a few stuff for us. And it also gives us a new black stone, which everything in this set is going to have a cycle for a different color stone. This one's similar to the last one that we talked about last week. This one taps for 1 moon or 1 black. And the artwork on it is really awesome. It's Black Moon's Memoria, which, decent name. I mean, are you guys thinking Moon is actually going to be a relevant thing in this format?
I hope so.
Yeah, I mean, all the good cards use Moon. Like all the rulers, everything.
Yeah, these last 2 rulers.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting. I was hoping that it was going to be more than just Kaguya, and it is. I think this might be something that we definitely see roll out in multiple, like, the next set. Next set for sure, because we also got, during last week, we got a teaser that the next set is going to be Back to Grimm.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely get more fairy tales next set. We'll get a whole bunch of more things like that, so that's really awesome to hear about.
And back to that Moon thing, like, I feel like such an idiot. Like I thought like all the, like after those 2 reveals, I was like, oh, all these are gonna be half the color and half moon. It was like moons are gonna rock it. Like moons are gonna be really good. But no, that didn't happen with these new blue spoilers.
No, yeah, the new blue spoilers are my favorite spoilers that we got to see the entire way through this. This thing is awesome. Songstress of
Shangri-La.
Shangri-La. I'm really good at reading, guys. Did you know that? She is our new blue ruler and our new favorite blue ruler, at least my personal favorite. Her judgment is 1 blue, 2 colorless, and she has a really neat ability, which is you may look at the top card of your main deck at any time. And you might be wondering why that's interesting, because that is the only thing that it does on the front. And
Combo breaker.
yeah, that's definitely a huge combo setup. And the other side of her, she still regains that ability. You may look at the top card at any time. She is a 900 attack, 1,000 defense, so she withstands a lot of. You'd have to double flame her or something, yeah, just to get her out immediately, which is awesome. Anybody that can survive past that is always a good ruler. And then when this card enters the field, you may reveal the top card of your main deck. If it is a resonator with total cost 5 or less, put that card into your field. Otherwise, put it into your hand. So she draws you a card or gives you a free creature. Either which way, it's really good.
Potentially a really strong creature like Purple Mist is probably the biggest 5-drop blue guy there is. But I mean, it doesn't have to be blue, right? It could.
Yeah, it's just a 5-drop,
less.
so you can definitely split this up with a few different colors and make it amazing. She has a God Art as well, which is 2 blue, and this card gains plus 500 until end of turn. Then it deals that much, or equal to its attack to target J/Resonator your opponent controls, and you can do that once per turn. So not the best God Art, but it is sufficient.
I think it's funny that blue has a God Art that fights.
What I like about it is
Yeah.
it's exactly 14, which is exactly Gil Lapis's ability after getting the moon.
Yeah.
So she is already pre-designed to at least try to go
Combat,
against, yeah. Which is, I think, really good that they really tried to balance everything. So if they're not able to save their ruler when they flipped for some reason, which means you're probably running Heras, you're running ways to like deal with stuff in this blue deck already. They flip unprotected, you flip back and kill.
Mm-hmm.
Super awesome. It also does that with a few other rulers. So I mean, I really love her all around. And then the reason why I love her top ability so much more is all the cards that go with her. Starting off with the Heavenly Instrument Hydra Monica, which is a really weird instrument thing. I have no idea what's going on up there.
Instrument?
Is
That
mayonnaise
is
an instrument?
yeah, that is coming up here in a second. You're the one who knew that reference from. I had no idea what was going on with that.
SpongeBob.
Everyone knows
It's
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob. Guys, come on.
I didn't
Jay
watch
doesn't watch
SpongeBob as a kid. No.
That's why he's mean and sulky.
Oh my god.
The Squidward guy, yeah?
Yeah.
You're totally Squidward.
Patrick's probably SpongeBob.
I'm Patrick all the way.
Yeah, he's Patrick.
I'm Patrick all the way.
Okay, yeah, Patrick's
I at least know that much.
an instrument?
I'll be Gary.
Meow. Oh, you knew that one.
Yeah, it's scary. I know the characters. I just don't watch the show. But that's not important. Let's get back to the spoiler, guys.
Hydra Monica.
So next up we have the Heavenly Instrument Hydra Monica, which is a weird little instrument thing there. The 0 cost regalia. It is tap, put target card from your main deck, the top card, onto the bottom. So it allows you to basically do a refrain style thing, but you're not actually drawing it, so it's not as good as the whole actual cycle ability. This is actually what I felt like refrain should actually have for the ability, because that's a lot less broken, I feel like. The second ability on this is 2 colorless. Tap, banish this card, search your main deck for a card, then shuffle your main deck and put that card on top of your main deck. If your J ruler is Songstress of Shangri-La or Kudi, we didn't even other side.
Kudiat Mastermind Shion.
You may pay 1 less to pay this ability, so it could be 1 tap and search and put a card on top, which is not as good as actually drawing a card, and sometimes can actually completely hinder you. Your opponent can find ways to maneuver that card around. I don't really think there's anything in this game that does that, but I know in other games that's a really easy way to punish your opponent is if they put something on top to
Could
punish
you
them.
shuffle their deck with the Beast Lady?
Yeah, horn or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it's a very risky thing to actually do. So this regalia, to me, isn't a very useful one. I know you kind of want it with the rulers to tuck things as you go, but you at that point your opponent is going to be like, should I let him have that? Should I not let him have that? There's a few ways that it doesn't work out the best for you. Also, it slows down the game a little bit as another whole search mechanic as well. I feel like they need to find a way to speed up the game, and having multiple searches the way that this game really just wants you to like tutor out everything can really slow down the game. And with the amount of draws that I had and I saw everybody else having at the tournament the other day, yeah, we're giving a Errata to Reflect and Refrain, but the games are still going to take forever and a day. So I don't know what you guys actually think of that.
I think the thing that people spent the most time doing was shuffling cats into their decks.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't
because
think about that.
all the cats, all the Adam Brawley is just shuffling, calling card,
I
drawing
was shuffling my
card.
deck a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the main things that were taking up a bunch of time. I didn't think that tutors were that much.
I had a lot of games where I tutored like 3 cards and the opponent tutored like 3 cards, and we were just constantly searching for stuff. Also, the draw one, look for a second, put that one on the bottom, and then like that, just the continual amount of like searching
Yeah.
through stuff.
Should I put this one? Hold on.
Yeah, it's insanely. So it's not just that the search is a problem. It's all of those things combining together to make it really difficult to actually play through the game
Yeah.
in a reasonable amount of time. It's just I wish that there was a little bit less of that.
Yeah.
The errata helps cut down
It does.
half of it.
So that way that you can do it on both turns, but you're still going to be doing it, and your opponent's still going to be doing it, and there's other cards that are bringing into the game that are still going to be doing it. I just feel like it's going to add a lot of layers to the game that really slow it down. That's just my personal opinion, though.
Yeah.
Next up is the
Hyneman Alls.
Hyneman Alls Memoria. So this is the different stone card for
The special
blue
magic
one.
stone.
Right.
Yeah.
The last ones were they tapped for their normal color and then tapped for moon color. I kind of wish that this one was that way because blue was blue the one that was.
Oh yeah,
separate?
that supported
Blue was the
Were
main
Rabbit.
It
thing
supported
for
Were
Were
Rabbits, and I really wanted Were Rabbits to be supported with this, and this is the one more that I really wanted to match up with that, but it doesn't, which is okay because it is really good with the blue ruler, and it's if your J ruler is the songstress of Shangri-La or the other name on her other side, which I
Xion?
Xion. Is that
Xion, right there. Xion.
okay? Yeah, we'll just stay with the Xion part. This card enters your Magic Stone area. If it's not that ruler, it enters arrested.
Yes.
So you kind of have to play it with her. If not, you still get this really cool ability that is when
Yeah,
this card
produce
enters
blue.
the Magic Stone. Yeah, it produces blue. Best thing you can ever
Yeah,
do. guys.
Magic Islands, best card.
Wouldn't that be wind in this one though? That's the best possible one. I
Uh,
mean, in your pin, when this card enters the Magic Stone area, name a card, reveal that card, and put it. So reveal the top card of your main deck, and if that card is the named card, you put it into your hand. So it can just draw you a card upon entering. Of course, this only works if your ruler is the main ruler,
yeah, Xion.
Xion.
Xion. Otherwise, you'd have to have a Cheshire Cat set up or a Humpty set up or something like that to draw a card. But
I think you're only playing this stone with Xion. Competitively, anyways.
no, yeah. Competitively, you are, but I mean, this card is. It's a stone that is basically a free spell.
It's a draw.
It's
This,
one blue
this
draw
is
and
an
a card.
amazing stone.
Yes, it
I
is.
think this stone's amazing.
This
I think
stone
this is one of the best stones.
I think it's definitely 4 of if you're playing Xion.
Oh yeah, definitely. You get zero
There's no
punish,
downside.
no downside to having 4 of them. It just draws you a card for playing your stones. It's rewarding you for doing what you already want to do.
So what this deck does a lot so far is reveal cards to the opponent. Do you think that's any hindrance at all in this game?
It's a bit of a downside, but you have so many other abilities that can switch that up and move that around for you. I don't think it's that big of a deal. And also her ability is you can look at the top card, so until you actually have an ability that forces you to reveal it, they don't know what you're possibly tucking or doing other stuff with. So there's a lot of ways to play around that. I really enjoy these mechanics with her. This right here, though, I feel is a little bit broken. This card creeps on the power curve a little bit. Having a free ability like this, drawing a card for free, is kind of broken.
But it only works as one ruler.
That is true.
Kind of like change the world.
But change the world you still have to pay a green for.
Well, do you think this compares to the special magic stones of Twilight?
Because
they were really
they make you pay a mana for them. I think this is the most broken stone in the game.
Yeah.
This card gives you free stuff for doing what you're already wanting to do. If it was something you didn't want to do, like, man, I have to call a stone, like, then it would be okay. But the fact that you're already doing this, you want to do this no matter what, you want stones. She doesn't have an ability that's going to make you want to rush in or do anything else. This is drawing you a card for playing the game.
Yeah, getting a mana and a draw.
Yeah, you're +1
Like,
for
great.
playing the game. It's really, really good. I don't think it's game breaking, but I think it is
It's a force to
overpowered
be
card.
reckoned with.
Yeah, it's if the deck's going to be a thing, it's going to be because that thing put it like way over the top. Next up, we have the Shion's
Him.
which is 2 blue, 1 colorless. Put target resonator on top of its owner's main deck. Reveal the top card of your main deck. If it is a water resonator with the total cost 2 or less, put that card into the field. As long as your J ruler is Shion, you may pay 2 less for this for its God Arts abilities. A lot of text on that card. It is a spell chant. It's not instant. It's 3 mana, but it does gives you a bit of mana back for the judgment if you're already flipped.
I think this card's really good.
It is really good.
It does 3 things.
But it is also 3 mana.
It bounces a resonator, like
At
any resonator.
Sorcery speed.
At sorcery speed, sure. Guibers are abundant. They don't have swiftness, so that's always a good target.
But if they're playing them at turn 2 and you're playing this on turn 3, you're already getting smacked in the face once.
True.
It's slow and slightly clinky. It is a really good card. I really love the ability. The fact that you can put stuff back or reveal your stuff from your deck and you get to put something in for 2 or less is great. So you get cheap creatures. You get stuff off of it. So it repays itself, but it doesn't always do that, which is a small problem.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's too high mana cost.
Really? 3 mana?
Yeah, it's a bit of a gamble sometimes too.
Okay.
You might not always get
It
something
is a
off the top.
gamblish deck, though.
Right, but trying to make it consistent is what will make it actually playable and see a construction play. This is great at the home countertop play, I think. But I think if you're serious about running this ruler at a competitive tournament, which I'm actually looking forward to doing, I actually think this ruler has great potential. Removing these gambling like cards will actually shore up the your draws and everything a lot better. So, good card, probably broken and limited, but we'll see in constructed. I don't really think it. Don, you're the same thing as me.
Yeah, I mean, I still think it's pretty good, but you're slowly convincing me, but I'm not quite on your guys'
Well, hold on
side
to your
yet.
opinion and come set review when we go over all these things in great detail to bore the crap out of you guys. We'll spice it up a little bit by probably doing a bet on a few of these cards, and that's one of the ones that I will try to make you drink your words. If you're
I
down.
will try you to make you drink your words. Sounds good. Got it, guys.
Got it.
We got it.
You know what I was saying, guys.
You gotta let Don talk.
If you don't know
about
what
this
we're...
card.
Yeah.
Oh, what is it? Oh, it's a Muse. Muse. Celestial of Music. Resonator Myth. When this card enters your field, name a card type, reveal the top card of your magic deck, of your main deck. If it's a name type, put it into your hand. If a resonator you control would be dealt damage less than its defense, prevent it.
He's so excited.
So
Tell us why you're excited.
Real quick, it is a 400-600 body for 2 mana, which is decent enough stats for the most part.
Yeah. So this card makes everything into a Gareth. Gareth was like brutal. It didn't die to thunders. If it
Demon
only dies,
Flames, right? Yeah,
it doesn't die to demon flames. So this card makes everything like that. If I played this in like a Shangri-La deck and giving everything +2/+2, everything's like kind of unkillable. at that point, which sounds really fun.
Yeah, get things out of like Flames of Outer World range after you play a couple of the Shangri-Las. Yeah,
and this only costs 2, so like keeping your big creatures alive.
That'd be amazing to like make Cheshire Cats just huge. Like you cannot even kill them with damage. Like, oh my god, that would be so much fun.
Yeah, I've swung at people with what was it? The all 4 Shangri-Las out
with one Cheshire Cat.
With the Cheshire Cats. It was a 800,000 body, and how do you kill that if you can't like
exactly?
Yeah.
And this card like makes bows useless to most bigger creatures.
Bows have just getting been worse and worse.
Yeah, bows have really dropped down, but I mean, it's still a good card. This card is definitely really good. I'm really excited to see what it does.
I am too. Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Next up, we have Drill Sergeant. 1 blue, 2 colorless. It is a human resonator. When this card attacks or blocks, reveal the top card of your main deck. If it is a resonator or resonators you can, or if it is a resonator, resonators you control, get +300/+300 until end turn. Otherwise, return this card to its owner's hand. So you get to play with the ability of looking at the top of your deck, and this is where this actually combos off, and this becomes a little bit better. But for a 3 mana 700/700, I don't know if this is actually
for a buff to the team though.
Yes,
I think that's really strong.
300
buff.
Good.
It is
especially comboed with the guy that
with
you
Muse,
just talked about.
with Crimson Girl, with
going off the deep end in Magical Christmas Land. You always get your like, no. I think
I'm excited.
There's a small problem with this. They could, shuffle your deck on you, and then it's a gamble, and then you just went in with a 700/700, and they could be blocking with something 800/800, and you just lost possibly that that chance of actually getting the buff. And they'll actually get to see the new card that you made them shuffle your deck, or when you shuffle your deck, you have to reveal that card off the top. And so, since you don't know what it is after you've already attacked, before this triggers, they reveal the new card that you don't know because you just shuffled. It might not be a resonator. Then they get to decide to block or not. Like, they get all this information before. Also, now they know your next draw. So, which is coming back to that whole thing that you're talking about. Like, this card just seems really chancy for me, and puts it. It's really gambly, and it's 3 mana, and it's really slow, and it's really clunky, and it's not going to see play.
I feel like this deck is almost going to be all resonators, if not, almost all resonators, if not entirely resonators. Like, I see very, very, very little else in it. You were talking about the Regalia didn't even fit in the deck, so...
You gotta have more than just creatures to pull off a deck sometimes. Like, you gotta have a way to interact with them somehow, or otherwise they're just going to interact with you. And unless you're a combo deck that's able to put out something they can't deal with, like the giant Leviathan, and smash in and make it unable to be killed, or doing something that makes it to where you're going to win indefinitely, if you have no answers to any of their stuff.
Like Humping into Leviathan?
Yeah.
Which could be done with this deck because they're all resonators? Ooh. Oh, Patrick, great idea. Cool.
Yes, but now you're relying on a bunch of setup stuff, and then you're saying that fits in that combo deck, and then you're adding a lot of excess scenarios to that deck that makes it really clunky and almost unviable, in my personal opinion.
Okay.
I think you got to go for the more consistent stuff.
You did get more ties than me, so I should listen to you.
I'm just saying more consistent stuff will help you play off better.
Yeah, I understand.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about it?
I feel like it's a good card, and I think it's going to be easily able to get a resonator off the top if you're playing the Regalia.
Mm-hmm.
Making your opponent shuffle just for that
kind
of
yeah,
is kind of situation. I don't think it's going to happen.
I really don't want you to have that 300/300 buff.
I definitely believe that too, but also, I mean, just think about how many times you might just attack in knowing that you don't have a creature on top, reveal it, don't get the buff, and then you're not always going to have the creature on top, even if your opponent's not messing with you. I'm just saying worst case scenarios,
So
because I always live in worst case scenarios, not Christmas Land.
So you don't swing, right?
So then you've spent 3 mana to put a resonator on the field that's a 700/700 and did nothing with it. So you're going to win the game.
Possibly.
Okay.
I mean, 700/700 is pretty mid-range. Giving a buff to your team, like your little creatures, might be really
your Cheshire
It's
Cats.
a free buff.
It's not a free buff, though, if you really think about it. It's a situational setup buff.
Okay.
I'm just saying, you have to tie in resources to it. Try for that in general. I don't think... you guys can totally prove me wrong. Feel free.
Okay.
I really don't think. I'm definitely disagreeing with that card. Next up, we do have Magician of Shangri-La, which is 1 blue. It is 300 human. When this card attacks or blocks, reveal the top card of your main deck. If it is a resonator, this card gains +200/+200 until end turn. Otherwise, return this card to its owner's hand. So it has the same downside as the last card, where it bounces itself if you don't attack. I didn't even realize about the last one. So you can actually screw yourself really hard on bouncing them back up. Although this is good stats for a 1-drop, just base. I think 300 for 1 is a good card. But I don't think the ability is...
I think you're always playing Cheshire's and Alice's Little Scouts over this card.
Right. You're just playing better cards in general. Even if it's a 500 for 1 mana. Because that gets ran over really hard late game. It doesn't do anything when it enters the battlefield. Which is a problem with the last card too. It doesn't do anything when it enters.
It's really similar to that aggro blue drop in the Grim Cluster. I think it was the hair? Yes. Something hair. Like you...
You reveal the top card. If it's even, then you take the damage. If it's odd, your opponent does. Right. And then, yeah, that was a terrible, terrible card. But that's the last card for today. That's everything for the spoilers for last week. I hope you guys enjoyed everything that we went through. Do you guys have any last words about this spoilers or anything else you want to add?
No, I just want to say hi to everyone that supported us at the tournament. And it was really fun.
Yeah, thank you so much for saying hi and talking to us.
Yeah, it was awesome.
No one really talks to us here in Santa Cruz.
Yeah, guys, thank you. Nobody does talk to Patrick, so it was really good to get him social exposure. It's really hard to, let him out.
Let me out of the cage.
Thank you guys for being okay with him.
Santa Cruz.
Anyway, guys, thank you all for watching. This has been Stone of Void. I'm your host, Jay Phillips.
I'm Don Bowie.
I'm Patrick Collins.
Have a good one, guys.